The fire is lit. We don't melt, we forge. Let's work. Fire. Yeah. Dusty drums hitting, yeah, the pavement is cold. I'm carving out a legacy that never gets old. Heavy bass knocking, feel it deep in the chest. I'm waking up at dawn and I'm beating the rest. They talking about the luck, I'm talking about the grind. Leaving all the weakness and the cowards behind. Aggressive on the vocal, but the vision is pure. The iron and the sweat is the ultimate cure. Blood on the barbell, building up the frame. I didn't come to play, I came to conquer the game. Gritty in the trenches, standing up in the mud, writing out the future with the hustle and blood. Success is a mountain and I'm climbing the rock. I'm breaking every door and destroying the lock. Yeah, welcome to the concrete forge where the legends are made. We sharpening the mind like a tactical blade. 90s energy, heavy and raw. Living by the hustle is the only true law. No retreat, no surrender. Holding the line, taking all the pressure and turning it fine. Look into the shadow, see the monster awake. Calculating every single move I gotta make. Blue braids standing right here on the peak. We taking all the power from the lazy and weak. Vinyl is scratching, the texture is rough. We made it through the storm, cause we mentally tough. Discipline is heavy, but regret is a ton. I'm staying in the fight till the mission is done. Success is a mindset, focus is the key. Unlocking all the doors that they couldn't foresee. Sweat dropping down, but the posture is straight. I am the commander of my own heavy fate. Aggressive delivery, leaving a mark. Lighting up the fire in the middle of the dark. Yeah, welcome to the concrete forge where the legends are made. We sharpening the mind like a tactical blade. 90s energy, heavy and raw. Living by the hustle is the only true law. No retreat, no surrender. Holding the line, taking all the pressure and turning it fine. Forged in the fire. Never break, never break. Forged in the fire. Never break, never break.
Momentum is a weapon. Don't stop now. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fast-paced bounce, yeah, I'm riding the wave. Building up an empire for the bold and the brave. Fast slapping bass line, hitting the floor. Breaking every limit and demanding some more. Sweat on the iron, the hustle is real. Turning every dream into absolute steel. Commanding delivery, sharp and precise. I'm taking all the glory, I don't care about the price. High synth whistle, the sound of the crown. Taking all the power, and I'm taking the town. Street success anthem, the legacy grows. Dominating every single challenge that shows. Clear height vocals, but I never lose breath. Outworking everybody from the birth to the death. Yeah, we riding on the golden momentum, feeling the heat. The ultimate victory is out on the street. West Coast bounce, yeah, the rhythm is fast. Building up a monument that's destined to last. Cinematic driving beat, we taking the flight. Shining like a diamond in the middle of the night. Yeah, foot on the pedal, yeah, the engine is loud. Standing like a titan in the front of the crowd. Blue brace shining, looking out at the view. Doing every single thing they said we couldn't do. Triumphant G-Funk, the energy spikes. Winning every battle that the universe strikes. Blood, sweat, and iron, the formula pays. Walking through the fire for the rest of my days. Gym groove bouncing, the focus is pure. I'm the only sickness and the only real cure. Crisp on the vocal, I'm leading the way. Turning every midnight into glorious day. Success is a habit, the vision is clear. The legendary status is materializing here. Yeah, we riding on the golden momentum, feeling the heat. The ultimate victory is out on the street. West Coast bounce, yeah, the rhythm is fast. Building up a monument that's destined to last. Cinematic driving beat, we taking the flight. Shining like a diamond in the middle of the night. Yeah, keep the momentum. Never slow down.
Yeah. We don't just chase the sun, we outrun it. Let's move. Yeah, the vision is gold. A story of power that's yet to be told. Fast-paced rhythm, I'm leading the pack. Foot on the gas and I'm never looking back. Heavy on the iron, the sweat in the blood. Rising like a titan right out of the mud. Fat slapping baseline, feel the ground shake. Taking every trophy that the hustle can make. Command in the room with a look in the eye. Reaching for the stars in the cinematic sky. Clear articulation, I'm sharp with the speech. Nothing in this universe is out of my reach. I sense whistle, the sound of the wind. Let the true legacy finally begin. Yeah, we riding away to the apex height. Shining like a diamond in the middle of the night. West Coast bounce, yeah, we keeping it tight. Winning every battle and winning the fight. It's a street success anthem. Play it out loud. Standing like a giant in the middle of the crowd. Look at the speed, yeah, I'm setting the pace. Winner's mentality, winning the race. Blue braids riding in the seat to the right. We the architects of the ultimate life. Hustle in the grind, yeah, it's carved in the soul. Every single day I'm in total control. Cinematic driving, the movie is real. Hands of a king on the steering wheel. Gym groove bouncing, the energy peaks. I'm doing the work while the enemy speaks. High speed victory, clear in the mind. Leaving all the doubt and the weakness behind. Iron in the veins, yeah, the power is raw. Living by the hustle, the only true law. Yeah, we riding away to the apex height. Shining like a diamond in the middle of the night. West Coast bounce, yeah, we keeping it tight. Winning every battle and winning the fight. It's a street success anthem. Play it out loud. Standing like a giant in the middle of the crowd. Yeah. Top speed only. The crown is waiting. The market is open. Time to collect. The market is open. Time to collect. Up-tempo rhythm, watch the capital grow. I'm moving the assets and running the show. Investing the sweat and compounding the game. Turning the struggle to a golden domain. Heavy bouncy baseline, keeping the pace. I'm holding the equity, winning the race. The high-pitched scent is cutting the air. Taking the profit, I'm claiming my share. Authoritative delivery, sharp as a tack. Loading the plates and I'm stacking the rack. I don't need a loan, I built from the ground. The heaviest hustle that you ever found. Street wisdom flow is cinematic and clear. The ultimate yield is materializing here. Yeah. We're running the numbers and taking the lead. Watering the root of the ultimate seed. Compound hustle, watch the empire expand. Holding all the power in the palm of the hand. West Coast groove, keeping the energy high. Building up the tower right into the sky. Check the valuation, the price going up. Drinking the victory straight from the cup. Blue braid standing right here by my side. Enjoying the view from the ultimate ride. Energetic flow, yeah, I'm setting the bar. Walking through the fire and I made it this far. Driving the baseline right through the chance. Operating daily at the absolute glance. Articulate vocals, calculating the risk. Saving every memory on a solid gold disc. Gym groove bouncing, the iron is cold. But the story I'm writing will never get old. Working on the vision from the morning to night. Stepping out the shadows and into the light. We running the numbers and taking the lead. Watering the root of the ultimate seed. Compound, so watch the empire expand. Holding all the power in the palm of the hand. West Coast groove, keeping the energy high. Building up the tower right into the sky. Yeah, returns are guaranteed. Keep grinding. Yeah, from the pavement to the pedestal. No shortcuts, no mercy. Let's get it. Yeah. Dusty drums hitting like a brick to the face. I'm the undisputed king in this competitive space. Heavy bass, rattling the cage of the weak. I don't need to listen when the failure speak. Every rep on the iron is a step to the throne. Building up a legacy inside of the bone. Gritty and raw, straight out of the gutter. My ambition is the only language I stutter. Success is a mindset, focus is the tool. Breaking every single imaginary rule. Grind in the shadow while they look for the light. I'm the only warrior left in the fight. Blood on the knuckles, sweat on the steel. Showing all these cowards how the hunger feel. It's the concrete altar, the sacrifice of will. Staying on the mission till the void is filled. 90s energy, gritty as ever. We building up the empire right over here. No retreat, no surrender, no doubt. This is what the real hustle is about. This is what the real hustle is about. Check the articulate flow, the aggressive delivery. Leaving every hater in a state of misery. Legacy is earned, it ain't never been a gift. Moving every mountain, giving every way to live. Final is scratching, the texture is dark. Lighting up the universe with a single spark. Stoic on the expression, intense on the grind. Leaving every limit and the weakness behind. One more set, one more mile in the rain. Turning all the sorrow into hardcore gain. Success is a mountain, I'm claiming the peak. The iron is the only therapy I seek. It's the concrete altar, the sacrifice of will. Staying on the mission till the void is filled. 90s energy, gritty as ever. We building up the empire right over here. No retreat, no surrender, no doubt. This is what the real hustle is about. This is what the real hustle is about. Concrete legacy. The grind never stops. Stay hungry. Yeah, we ain't just cruising anymore. We racing to the top. Watch the throne. Let's ride. Yeah. Foot on the gas, I'm breaking the scale. Leaving the divers behind in the trail. Fast-paced hustle, keeping it smooth. Watch how a heavyweight champion move. Pushing the iron, breaking the sweat. Clearing the table and winning the bet. Commanding the room with a look in the eye. Reaching the summit and touching the sky. The bass, not slapping the rhythm is tight. Taking the shadows and bringing the light. Street success anthem. Playing so loud. Standing alone in the middle of the crowd. Clear on the vocal, sharp on the mind. Leaving the laser completely behind. Yeah! We riding the highway straight to the crown. In the G hustle, we taking the town. Fat slapping bass, feel the beat in the chest. Outworking the giants and beating the rest. Trying G-Funk, yeah, the vision is clear, yeah. The legacy starts and we building it here. Yeah. Clock is ticking, but I'm setting the pace. 160, I'm winning the race. Taking the pressure and turning to gold. Living the stories that haven't been told. Crisp delivery, hitting the mark. Lighting the fire right out of the spark. Blue braids riding right here by my side. Enjoying the thrill of the ultimate ride. Cinematic driving, the movie is real. Hands are grip tight on the steering wheel. Gym group bouncing, the energy peaks. I'm doing the work while the enemy speaks. Blood, sweat, and iron, the recipe works. Conquering everything inside the dirt. Yeah! We riding the highway straight to the ground. In the G hustle, we taking the town. Fast slapping bass, feel it beat in the chest. Outworking the giants and beating the rest. Trying G-Funk, yeah, the vision is clear. The legacy starts and we building it here. Yeah. The highway belongs to us. Keep the foot down. The market is quiet. That means I'm winning. Watch. champion mindset, sharp and stone cold. Writing the story that's never been told. Menace and rhythm, the slow burn effect. Demanding the glory and the total respect. Hard hitting drums, yeah, they punch through the air. Look at the eyes, see the ultimate stare. Heart and piano, a chill in the spine. Everything I visualize is destined as mine. Steady on the grind, never breaking the stride. Holding the power and the discipline inside. Eerie scent whistle, a warning to the weak. The iron is the only therapy I see. Calculated hustle, I don't move for the hype. I'm the executive, the legendary type. Yeah, we building up the obsidian monopoly. Owning every sector of the mental property. Slow burn hustle, watch the empire rise. Victory is written right behind the eyes. G-funk bounce, keeping the energy heavy. The dam is breaking, but the mind is steady. Checking the metrics, the numbers don't lie. Building the tower right into the sky. Blue braid standing right here at the peak. Dominating every single day of the week. Cold authoritative vocals, clear and precise. I never pay for the same lesson twice. Heavy sub bass, rattling the flow. I'm kicking down the hinges of the golden door. Articulate flow, yeah, the message is raw. Living by the code, the only true law. Sweat on the concrete, iron in the hand. Taking over every single inch of the land. Cinematic shadows, the movie is real. Turning every obstacle to absolute steel. Yeah, we're building up the obsidian monopoly. Owning every sector of the mental property. Slow burn hustle, watch the empire rise. Victory is written right behind the eyes. G-funk bounce, keeping the energy heavy. The dam is breaking, but the mind is steady. Monopoly confirmed. Execution is absolute. Yeah. They only see the result. They never see the calculation. Let the bass drop. Yeah. Concrete jungle, cold as ice. I never make the same mistake twice. Moving through the shadows, watching the game. Building up the power, protecting the name. 160 on the incline, pushing the weight. I am the master, controlling the fate. Heavy sub bass, rattling the dough. Taking every dollar, then coming for more. I don't need a panic, I don't need a rush. When the empire speaks, everybody got a hush. Dark piano chords ringing in the mind, leaving all the amateurs completely behind. Smooth on the delivery, sharp on the edge. Standing like a king, looking over the ledge. Yeah, it's the cold calculation, the ultimate plan. Operating different than the average man. Menace in the system, controlling the board. Every single victory is strictly secured. We don't make a sound till the mission is done. Walking in the rain, but we own the sun. Listen to the whistle, cutting through the dark. Leaving on the industry a permanent mark. Punchy on the kick drum, steady on the snare. Look into the eyes, you can see the cold stare. Sweat on the iron, discipline is real. Everything I built is made of absolute steel. Blue braid shining right there in the seat. Driving through the fog, conquering the street. Calculated hustle, measuring the breath. Staring at the challenge, looking past the death. I don't need permission, I just need the space. Taking every trophy, winning every race. Boss mentality, sitting at the top. Started from the bottom, man, we never gonna stop. Yeah, it's the cold calculation, the ultimate plan. Operating different than the average man. Menace in the system, controlling the board. Every single victory is strictly secured. We don't make a sound till the mission is done. Walking in the rain, but we own the sun. Yeah, math never lies. The blueprint is flawless. Stay cold. Foot on the gas, no looking back. Let's go. Rolling through the city with the engine on fire, pushing up the standard and taking it higher. Up tempo rhythm, watch the heavy bounce plate, turning every dark night straight into the day. I don't need a break, I'm addicted to the speed, planting every action like a motivation seed. Heavy driving baseline, keeping it in check, putting all the heavy gold chains on the neck. Clearing articulate, speaking to the mind, leaving all the laziness and haters far behind. Street wisdom flowing in the cinematic scene, building up the ultimate and powerful machine. Sweat on the steering wheel, iron in the blood, rising like a champion right out of the mud. Yeah, we moving with the golden velocity, taking the lead, giving the universe exactly the hustle it needs. Heavy driving baseline, keeping the energy tight, winning every battle and dominating the fight. High pitch synth playing loud in the air. Look into the mirror, see the ultimate stare. Hitting every corner with a flawless design. Everything I look at is destined to be mine. Blue braids riding in the passenger space, setting up the tempo and winning the race. I fabricate the power, but the delivery is smooth. Watch how the legends and the heavyweights move. I'm pushing up the iron while I'm listening to the groove. Got nothing left to lose and got a point left to prove. Cinematic production, the movie is alive. Working on the vision from a 9 to a 5. They're working through the midnight, never slowing down. Taking every dollar and taking over the town. West Coast energy bouncing on the track. We moving straight ahead and we never looking back. Yeah, we moving with the golden velocity, taking the lead, giving the universe exactly the hustle it needs. Heavy driving baseline, keeping the energy tight, winning every battle and dominating the fight. High pitch synth playing loud in the air. Look into the mirror, see the ultimate stare. Yeah. Keep the pace up. Victory is right there. Yeah. The heat doesn't stop us. We walk right through the fire. Let the beat drop. Walking through the desert, staring at the sun. I don't ever finish till the heavy work is done. Hypnotic on the rhythm and it's in it slow. Watch the whole empire start to finally grow. Buzzed out baseline, shaking up the ground. Listen to the power in the heavy rider sound. Commanding every step, leaving footprints in the sand. I hold the ultimate vision right inside my hand. It's a dangerous delivery, cold and very calm. Holding all the iron in the middle of my palm. The sweat is dropping down, but the focus never breaks. Taking all the glory that the daily hustle makes. Yeah, we riding through the heat, never backing down. The desert is the kingdom and we hold the crown. Naughty on the scent, heavy on the bass. We the only champions in this modicial race. Slow rider hustle, steady on the grind. Even every marriage and the weakness behind. Dust on the windshield, driving through the haze. Navigating perfectly inside the heavy maze. Blue braids shining in the middle of the heat. We the only ones who can survive the empty street. Hypnotic synth lid, playing in the ear. Moving like a phantom, making everybody clear. Hard hitting kick drum, matching with the chest. I'm passing every trial, I'm passing every test. The iron is a weapon, discipline is key. Unlocking every door and setting the spirit free. Boss mentality, riding out the storm. We breaking every rule and destroying every norm. Yeah, we riding through the heat, never backing down. The desert is the kingdom and we hold the crown. Naughty on the scent, heavy on the bass. We the only champions in this modicial race. Slow rider hustle, steady on the grind. Leaving the weakness behind. Yeah. Keep riding. The oasis is ours. We out. The blueprint is set. Execute the protocol. Yeah. Rolling down the avenue, the vision is clear. Moving through the shadows without any fear. Steady on the rhythm, articulating code. Turning every piece of the struggle into gold. Heavy driving bass line, shaking up the street. Victory is the only conclusion that I meet. Commanding every room with a look and a nod. Operating daily against the heavy odds. Laid back, delivery but sharper than the blade. Look at the magnificent empire that I made. Every sense whistling, playing in the back. Every single day is another new attack. I don't need to raise my voice to make them fall in line. Everything the light touches, yeah, it's fully mine. Yeah, we operating on the heavy iron protocol. Standing like a giant, I will never take a fall. Menacing the system with a slow and steady pace. Winning every battle in this motivational race. Smooth West Coast bounce, heavy on the mind. Leaving every ounce of the laziness behind. Checking on the mirror, yeah, the enemies are gone. We the only champions left standing at the dawn. Blue braids riding in the passenger domain. We the only ones who can navigate the rain. Hard hitting kick drum, knocking on the wood. Doing everything that they never thought I could. Mid-tempo boom bap, feeling very raw. Living by the hustle is the only real law. Focus on the discipline, calculate the risk. Writing out the future on the heavy golden disc. Dangerous and calm, breathing in the air. Walking through the fire like I haven't got a care. One more heavy lift, one more heavy day. The iron protocol is the only single way. Operating on the heavy iron protocol. Standing like a giant, I will never take a fall. Menacing the system with a slow and steady pace. Winning every battle in this motivational race. Smooth West Coast bounce, heavy on the mind. Leaving every ounce of the laziness behind. Yeah, protocol complete. Stay cold. Yeah. Calculated moves only. Watch the shadow. Strategic mind, moving silence like a ghost. Calculating every single thing I want the most. Heart and piano ringing, heavy in the room. Sweeping all the competition with the steady broom. Steady on the flow, never rushing to the end. I don't need the crowd, I don't need the fake friend. Clear and articulate the bosses in the seat. Feeling every vibration of the heavy G-funk beat. Eerie scent whistle, cutting through the haze. Navigating perfectly inside the urban maze. 180 on the bar, feel the iron in the grip. Never losing focus, never gonna let it slip. Dangerous delivery, but the heartbeat is slow. Watching all the seeds of the silent empire grow. Here's the silent takeover, the cold design. Everything I visualize is destined to be mine. Heavy sub-bass groove, moving through the spine. Walking through the shadows, yeah, the blueprint is fine. No noise, no hype, just a master at work. Finding every victory where the dark shadows lurk. Sun is going down, but the vision is bright. Working on the legacy in the middle of the night. Blue braids riding, holding down the lane. Turning all the pressure into absolute gain. Hard hitting, punchy drums hitting like a clock. Built on the discipline, steady as a rock. I don't need to shout to make them understand. I hold the whole trajectory in the palm of my hand. Calculate their hustle. Measuring the breath, staring at the challenge, looking past the death. I don't make a sound till the mission is complete. Then I move forward and I never will retreat. The whistle is a warning, the piano is a sign. I'm the only architect of this heavy life of mine. It's the silent takeover, the cold design. Everything I visualize is destined to be mine. Heavy sub-bass groove moving through the spine, walking through the shadows, yeah, the blueprint is fine. No noise, no hype, just a master at work, finding every victory where the dark shadows lurk. The silence is loud enough. Execution complete.